Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter back with another members only guide, and this is actually going to be part 9 of the Goat Simulator series. So I know I said at the end of part 8 that I was thinking about moving on to Goat Simulator 3. I think we're going to go ahead and do that next month, and I'm just going to do the last 2 achievements that I'm interested in showing to you here in Goat Simulator. So the last one that we got the previous time was the Is That a Goat achievement, and we're going to work on probably the last 2 that I'm going to be showing in the game here today. These are going to be a little bit more involved, so you'll definitely want to be patient with these. We've got to go around and collect a lot of stuff in the different levels. So we're going to go back into the Goatville level, and there are 5 goat trophies that we've already collected within this level in different parts of the series so far. So there are 25 different ones that we still need to collect. So I'm going to be showing those remaining 25 here, and we're just going to turn on the 2 mutators that we usually use, Angel Goat and Double Jump, to find all of these. So let's go ahead and start looking for the remaining 25. The next one that I'm going to show, so this should be number 6 for you if you haven't collected any extra ones, but number 6 is inside of this tower at the very beginning. So you're just going to go inside the tower, and it's right behind this goat here. Now, I had actually already collected this one in my playthrough, but it's right here behind that goat, just in the middle section of the tower. So the next trophy, this will be number 2 for today, number 7, I guess, overall, but I'm going to just count the 25 for today. So number 2 is way back here on the slides by the swimming pool, and you will see it just kind of back underneath these pillars that are back here. So I already had this one on my game, but you should just see it underneath that larger slide that's a little bit higher up off the ground. So grab that one, that'll be number 2. And then number 3 is also behind the slides, and it's just a little bit higher up. So I'll grab that one here. And then you'll see the counter there. My counter's a little bit off because I had collected some of these just in my own playthrough in my spare time. But we're looking for number 4 here. This one's over at the gas station in the garage. So head over towards the gas station out on the road. And then there's a guy back here inside of the garage, and it's just kind of right back behind him. So we'll collect number 4 here. And there are 30 of these overall in the level, like it says there. So we're going to get all 30 of them, minus the 5 that we've gotten previously. So number 5 for today is in the crop field. So if you go back here and look kind of to the left, there's a hole that's back here. And if you look around the edge of the hole, then you should see the golden goat trophy right there. So that's number 5. Number 6, we're going to go over to the Coffee Stain studio way back over here. So Coffee Stain is the company that made the game. So they kind of did a cameo of themselves and their little home office here in this first level. So we'll head back towards this tunnel back here, and if you look on the right, it's the second building here. You'll see the logo on the outside that says Coffee Stain. So we're going to go inside, and upstairs there is an office that has the number 6 goat trophy for today. So we'll just keep winding our way around in here and go into the room with the 2 chairs, and we'll look in the closet of this office, and you'll see the goat trophy in there. So there's number 6. And then the next one is actually on the roof of this house. So we need to head back outside, and I'll show you the path I like to take to get up onto the roof. We're going to take a right when we go outside. And then there's a ladder back here you can use, but you can also just kind of double jump and get up onto this section of the roof, and then we'll grab the one that's up here on the chimneys on the roof. So that should be number 7 for you for today. Number 8 is going to be at the little shack close to the starting point here. And it'll be just right down here on top of this little shack roof. I already collected this one, but this is where it is, so you'll find it right here. The next one is up on the power line up above, and you can see it just barely up there. But what we're going to do is just use the fans here, and this may take a couple of attempts, but you should be able to bounce off the fans and hopefully land on the power line here. Don't forget to use your slow motion. Hit left on the D-pad. You can slow yourself down and make sure that you grab it. I'm not sure how I actually successfully grabbed that there. It didn't look like he was going to get it, but he did. So we'll take it, I guess. So get that one on top of the power line. The next one's at the little protest right next to the shack. So go back behind the little protest here, and you'll see it right behind this area right here where the guy's standing. And then the next one is in the greenhouse that's near the protest. So we'll just head back here and grab this one. And now we're going to go back to kind of the starting point. There's the little house here that has the basketball on the outside, and there's another one that's upstairs in one of the rooms upstairs, one of the bedrooms upstairs. So let's go into the basketball house here, and this should be number 12 for you for today. So just keep looking around in these bedrooms, and you should find it. It's in one of the closets again, and there we go. So it looks like it's in the green room here. All right, I just went ahead and respawned so I could get back outside of the house. But let's go over to the construction area, and we're going to get number 13 over there. Our old favorite, the construction area. So go inside of this blue container on the ground level, and you get number 13. And then way up above this, there's a hanging blue container like this that we've been up close to on the crane before. So let's go ahead and work our way back up there. I'm going to jump onto the blue box and then onto the red and then up onto the roof where the fans are. And then I always like to go ragdoll and hit the fan so I can get a lot of height. That's probably way too much height, it looks like. But it does give you plenty of time to aim for the blue container. We're going to try and land right on top of it. Use your slow motion and see if you can get your goat to land right on top of the blue container here. And then we'll turn slow motion off. And you just want to be really careful here trying to get into this container. There are a couple things to be careful of. You want to just very slowly back up and then push forward as soon as you start falling. You can turn on the slow motion if you want to. That'll help. Now, do be aware that once you get inside here, there's a little robot that will attack you. So you may want to hit your right trigger to headbutt him and knock him over so he doesn't push you out. But go ahead and get the goat trophy that's in here. So that's number 14. And then I'm going to try to jump off carefully so that I land on the highest point of the construction site right here just below the container. Because there's another one that we want to grab just across the way here on top of the construction site. Number 16 is back over by the Coffee Stain Studios, so let's head back over that way. And then if you look up on the rock wall here, you'll see there's a tower that's up here, a little kind of water tower looking thing. So we want to get up here. It's right beside the Coffee Stain Studios, but get underneath this little water tower and you should see number 16 right here. I had actually already collected this one, so you don't see it on my screen, but this is where number 16 is. Number 17, similarly, I already had this one, but it is right behind the boulder. You may have already gotten this one in a previous playthrough, but there's a goat trophy that should be right there if you haven't already collected it. And then number 18 is way across the map on the other side of the map over by the combine harvester that's back there. We haven't really been over to this area, so you probably haven't collected this one before, but let's just go pretty much straight across the map, past the starting area and past the car that's circling around over here. And straight to the back, you should see the combine harvester right here, this red machine that's got this piece of equipment spinning on the front of it where it kind of knocks down the crops. So we'll go back to the right of that, and then you'll see the goat trophy right back here. And number 19 is in the outhouse. So let's jump over this little fence, and we're going to kind of look to the left, and you'll see the outhouse that's over here, and there's a goat trophy right next to that. Number 20 is at the big tree in the middle. So let's go over towards that and grab that one. Number 21's at the anti-grav place. So that is kind of close to the hole that we looked at earlier and close to the gas station. You'll see the low gravity testing facility back here. There's a hole in the fence. You can just walk through the hole to get in pretty easily. And then I'm going to smash my way through these sort of golden sections right here to open up the doorway there. We're going to go up the ramp to the left and then take a right, and we're going to go into this section where there are all the fans blowing up, and you want to just kind of direct yourself towards this red opening at the back where you see another fan. And this can be kind of tricky because you'll get pushed through this area really fast. So what you want to do is, as soon as you go up, see if you can hit ragdoll and grab this goat as you pass through here. This may take you a couple of attempts to grab it because you kind of just get automatically pushed out to the roof. But just get in there, and as soon as you get into the red room, when it starts to blow you up, then you're just going to hit ragdoll so that your body falls down and hopefully hits that little golden goat trophy. All right, we're going to go back inside, and now we want to get on top of the beams that are here. So do your double jump and see if you can get onto this left-hand side beam, and then just very carefully walk all the way back to the back corner. And this will get trophy number 22 for us. And now we want to go to the top of the building where we got spit out just a minute ago. So I'm going to show you where another one is up there. This one's a little tricky to get as well. The timing is a little tricky on it, just like it was a minute ago with that other one. But I like to go outside to get onto the roof and get onto this red container, and then double jump to get up to the side here, and then onto this little ventilation duct that's on the outside. Kind of walk up this and then double jump up onto the corner of the roof. All right, so number 23 is up here. It's on the furthest spinner over here, and you really just have to time this right so that your body kind of falls and hits the goat trophy at the right time. You can see what happens if you don't time it right. You just get smacked by the spinner, and even if you do time it right, you're still going to get smacked. So this one can take some patience to grab it, but just try and land right on top of it, and you should be able to hopefully get it. Now, number 24 is in the throne room. So we went to this a long time ago, I think in part 1. Let's go ahead and go up to the top, and we're going to go into the throne room here. And then if you look behind these boxes on the left side, once you get into this room with all the goats on it, then you should be able to find the trophy there. So I was thinking it was behind these boxes, but it's actually in the second set of boxes here. So just knock those out of the way, and you should be able to see trophy number 24 right there. And then saving the most difficult trophy for last, or maybe arguably the most difficult trophy for last, you're going to get on top of this shed like we did earlier for the power line, go into ragdoll, and then go into slow motion, and you're trying to land on top of this tower that's right here. So I definitely recommend the ragdoll coming from that angle that I just came at it from, and then going into slow motion. Try and line yourself up as well as you can, and we'll grab this last goat trophy for Goatville here. And as soon as you get this one, then you should get the tryhard achievement for collecting all of the trophies in Goatville. So there are a few more achievements you could be working on in Goatville, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip on to the next achievement, which is for collecting all of the trophies in Goat City Bay. So for day 2, we're going to go into Goat City Bay, and we're going to collect all of the goat trophies that we haven't already gotten in this level. So I don't believe I've shown any of the goat trophies on this level previously, so I'm going to walk you through all 30 of them for this level. So let's go ahead and turn on Angel Goat and double jump to make our lives a little bit easier as we're moving around and collecting these. The one that you do probably have is this one that was on the catapult, because we did get the achievement for getting catapulted previously, so you probably have this one if you don't have any of the other ones. But there's one right there in the catapult, so that's the first one. And then the second one is by this dam that you'll see kind of below me at the top of the screen here. So after I get catapulted, I'm going to try to land close to the dam on the little sidewalk over here. And we'll walk back and get number 2. And it is right here, close to the water and the dam. Number 3 is on the boardwalk across the way. So I'm going to double jump across some of the water here and try and get over to that little boardwalk close to the water. So that should be number 3. Number 4 is on the alleyway here. So we're going to go back into the alleyway. There's a carpet back here, and this is the other one that I had grabbed previously. I'm not sure if I showed that in a video or not, but if you haven't already collected this one, right here on this little carpet in the alleyway, you should find goat trophy number 4 there. And then number 5 is on top of the building that we jumped up onto previously. This can be a little tricky to do, but get by this white building here, and there's a little vent in between these sections, and you just have to kind of be patient. I'd like to look straight down, and toggling slow motion might help a little bit too to get up off of that vent jump. But we're going to get up onto this roof here and collect trophy number 5 right there. All right, so we've got a few more to collect on the rooftops here. The first one is over to the left on this kind of greenish roof over here. Grab it off of the table. So that should be number 6 for you. Number 7 is on the sign over to the right of this area that kind of bridges the gap between these two buildings. So we'll very carefully go out onto the sign and grab number 7. Number 8 is on the street below. You can drop down, and we're going to crash into this little shop window over here and grab it. Number 9 is if we turn around and look behind us and go into the hotel lobby, it is in there at the back left.
Best pets ever.
And for number 10, we'll want to go up onto the roof, so let's just take the elevator like we did the last time. Gets a little loud out here with the party going on, but there is one on the corner of the roof up here if you jump up. And then we'll want to very carefully go down the side of the building here. There's one on the middle tier, so drop down to the middle level, and it's right on the railing there. And then number 12 is all the way down in the cafe that we've been in a few times before. There's a little circular window sort of thing that's on the inside of this. So just grab number 12 from in there. Goat trophy number 13 is going to be back in the sewer where we fought the Ninja Turtle wannabe guys. So I'm just going to work my way back over to the sewer over here, and we'll get number 13. So we'll just carefully drop back into here like we did last time. You could just jump out of the water to get into this area if you wanted to, but I decided to do it the same way I did it last time, where we got a couple of achievements down in here. So let's go back in where the Ninja Turtle fellas are back here playing the games, and they'll try to attack you, so you can attack them back if you want to, but grab the goat trophy back there. That's number 13. I decided to keep fighting them, but you don't have to fight them for that long if you don't want to. Number 14 is going to be back at the little theme park area outside. So we'll want to get up onto the scrambler, the one that kind of slings you around. So let's get up onto that. And I just kind of swam across the water here and went up the ramp. You might find it easier if you get onto this little ticket booth that's right next to the scrambler to get up onto the top of it. So get onto the ticket booth first and then jump over onto the middle of the scrambler. You can see the goat trophy popping up sometimes out of that little central column, and there it is. And then number 15 is on the boat that's in this area just behind the Ferris wheel. For number 16, we're going to go back out to the main ticket booth in this area, the one that is right out by the road, and we'll grab it off of the top of that ticket booth. So there's number 16. Number 17 is on a rock that kind of juts out from the theme park. So I'm going to jump over back into that area and just go out to this back left corner where there's a rock by the roller coaster, and that's where number 17 is. Number 18, I'm going to go over to the fenced area across the way, kind of back over close to the road area. And there's a little fenced in area over here. I'm going to keep making my way back over there. I'm going to have to cross the road and jump over the little white fence, kind of grayish fence there, and we'll grab this one. And then we'll move over to the right a little bit, kind of close to the tunnel, and you'll get number 19 there. Number 20 is at the roller coaster, so we'll want to go back to the roller coaster and ride up the elevator to grab that one. So take a left when you get to the top, and you'll see number 20 right there. All right, only 10 left to go here. So let's jump back down, and we're going to try to go over to the street. See if you can make it over there. I didn't quite make it, but make your way over to the street area, and we're going to have to go over to a little obstacle course that is over there. This might be the trickiest one in the game. I'm not really sure. I'll let you all decide. Let me know in the comments which one you thought was the trickiest to get. But what we're going to do is go over to this area, and I'm going to show you the path that I like to take to get to this one. So you're going to head a little bit to the right, and then we're going to look for this tree at the back close to the rock wall. And if you look up at the tree, you can see that it has some boards going up it. So what we're going to do is double jump, move forward, and hold down our right trigger so that we can wall run off of those boards. And then we're going to jump again and hold forward just a little bit so that we don't fall off of the back of this. We're going to land on this platform, and now it gets a little bit easier. We'll double jump and get onto this set of boards, and then do another little jump to get onto the boards just in front of us. And then if you look over to your right, then you should see the goat statue over there. So this did take me a few times to get this route down perfectly and get the moves down perfectly, but just be patient there. You should be able to get that once you figure out how to wall run just using the right trigger. So just try it a few times. You should be able to get it. So that was number 21. Number 22 is at the art gallery over here. You'll see some art, graffiti style art over here on the side of this building. And we're going to go inside and get the goat trophy that's in here on top of the trash can. Not sure how that's art, but I think this is kind of joke art. So let's get number 22 there. Number 23, we'll go back outside, and we want to get onto the water tower that's near here. So let's double jump up onto this ledge, And then we're going to get up onto the roof next to here. This is where the trampoline is that we used to previously get over to the water tower. So we're going to redo that same technique and get over to the water tower. So I'm doing 3 bounces in the ragdoll mode to get myself high enough. There also is another mattress just on the next building forward if you need it to help you get across the gap, but I just used the trampoline to get all the way over there. You might be able to grab it as you're flying over, but I missed it. So I'm just going to stand back up, and there's a ladder on the side of the water tower. So I'm going to use that to walk up and get up to the side of it, and then a double jump to get up to the very top. And then we'll grab number 23 right there. 24, if you turn around and look between these 2 pipes that are down here on this other building, you'll see that one. That's an easy grab. And then for the next few, we're going to go to these houses that are across the map. So we're going to backtrack towards kind of the starting area. And there are a bunch of houses that are over here that we can grab some goat trophies out of. So let's head back down the road, past the hotel. And you'll see all these little hillside houses over here. So we're going to go to the back and jump up onto the ledges up here. And we'll get number 25. Number 26, we're going to go to the house up the hill just a little bit further that has a trampoline in the backyard and a greenhouse, and it has a blue car in the garage. So this is kind of what it looks like, just to show you a bunch of the details about it. And so we're just going to go inside and go upstairs, and we'll find number 26 inside of here in one of the rooms. So let's head back downstairs and back outside, and we're going to continue up the hill a little bit more to a couple of the other houses that have trophies in them. So I'm going to use the trampoline that's right here by the greenhouse to get up a little higher and get up to the next set of houses. So if we head across the road and go to this pink house, then there's a goat trophy inside of here, so you have to smash your way into the house and just grab it off of this little set of cabinets here. And then if we turn around, the one that was a little bit closer to the trampoline where we just jumped up, there's one on the back side of this house. So we'll smash our way in and grab this one. So that should be number 28 for you. Number 29 is going to be back in the creepy area, the little cemetery back here. So we're going to head back up the hill, and then when you see the windmill tower, then take a right, and we'll head down into the cemetery. You can smash the creepy tree if you want to. Just knock him out of the way, and it's a little bit hard to see, but on this little grave right here, there's a goat trophy right there, so that's number 29. And number 30 is really far out. We're going to have to make a little bit of a trek to get to this one. So just head out the back area here and make your way down to the water, and you should be able to kind of bounce and float your way along the water to get back over close to the back side of the hotel. So there's a boat over here that we want to get to. So I'm just going to swim my way over here towards this boat. And you're going to want to try to land in the back of the boat because it's going to take off as soon as you get into it. So jump into there, try to kind of nestle yourself in the back area of it, and then go into ragdoll mode once you're on the ground, because it's really going to take off. It's going to start going way too fast out of this area. And it'll take just a minute, but you should be locked into the boat as long as you're in ragdoll, and it'll crash into the island and throw you way back here to the back of the map, but you should bounce back and land on the island. The boat is also now on the island, and it's turned over, so it's kind of just wrecked and sitting in the middle of the island. And this is kind of hard to find, but if you follow from the back of the boat towards the front and then look to the right, you'll see this kind of big lettuce looking plant. then you'll see the goat trophy here in the grass. It's very difficult to see, but it is there. And that is the final one. So that's number 30 on the island. And we get the I freaking love goats achievement. So that's the last one I'm planning to cover here for part 9, and the last one I'm planning to cover most likely in the original Goat Simulator game. So hopefully those worked out well for you, and I will be back next month. We're going to look at starting Goat Simulator Part 3. So again, if you don't already have that installed, you might want to get it installed in preparation for that. But that is it for this month. Thank you all so much for being members of the channel and helping to support the Rewards Hunter channel. It really does mean a lot and helps us to keep doing what we're doing here on YouTube. So I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next guide next month.